I'm on this first round, bro. You play him right now?
Yeah, bro. It was somebody else, bro. Yeah, bro, like the nigga that left the league, bro.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the Wonders U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Cupid, oh yeah, he was playing the damn Pac-Man, motherfucking Colts.
Who, Pat?
Yeah. That boy chasing you.
Who tried?
Yeah, that boy chasing your ass.
I know, bro. You feel like it's an easy win. I already know it, bro.
So you got to prove him wrong, bro. This nigga keep chasing you, bro. I got the win, bro. Like, I got the win. Cause I got fucking Daisy in my division. Bro, what's up with this nigga?
And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV. Called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The first carry
32.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Ain't no more computer game. Every game. Oh my God.
Third play here, this opening drive is up against a 3rd and 5.
I like it.
Here's Cousins. Open man is through and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. This one up only to about the 44-yard line. Malcolm Smith there for the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the meat and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say say it's incomplete.
Tribe always won. Oh, shoot. Look at all like all these people in the league.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They go play action here on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On third down, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Handoff comes to Cook, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A give. This is Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's got this down to the 35. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them. And now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Second down, Cousins. And his pass incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Solomon Thomas with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
But you playing damage.
And I don't think this has...
I can't hear you, bro.
It does not. It's no good. And this
I'm
will
bad
be a
at hear.
scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
I can hear you, bro. Oh, what's it say?
You playing your game.
Hell yeah.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 29 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings heading out, and we'll have to see what the Falcons do this year, but we do know that the Vikings will not be the first team to play the Super Bowl in their home stadium because they had that shot last year, Charles. Came up short in the NFC title game, but this is a club that is retooled to make another run.
Still built defense first. In the image of their head coach, Mike Zimmer. And they have all-stars at every level. Start with Linval Joseph at defensive tackle. Move back to Anthony Barr at linebacker. Xavier Rhodes at cornerback. Harrison Smith at safety. They can do it all on defense. But the signing of Kirk Cousins on offense at quarterback signals that this is a Vikings team that wants to open things up a little bit. Get a little bit more explosive and not have to play quite as many grinded-out games as they did in 2017.
On the carry, it's Cook. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Cousins. Is this
That
intercepted?
nigga
It is.
played that shit right there,
Picked
boy.
off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. Incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced them to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. It almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
That's the only thing, bro. I believe
so that's
if I got
back-to-back
him
drives
out
where
of
they've
the
thrown an
play,
interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Deep ball for Goodwin. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Gun.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, It helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He got this cheap little shit.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
He got that defensive line set up like that. He's going to get sacked. He didn't got 20 sacks.
Lucky 56. Gone. Watch it now.
They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. And this is caught inside the 5.
This is straight from that bullshit, man.
Zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 41 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
I need to look at my 17 minutes right now.
Gold now out to kick it away. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's going to follow deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Thielen, dog.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Play fake, Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malcolm Smith in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Taken in at the 22. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers heading out, and if you listen real closely, you can hear it, the buzz right now that is around this 49er team. And look, they finished last year strong. Big reason why, Jimmy Garoppolo. So a lot of hope coming into 2018.
And I think you nailed everything that you're really talking about with this team, starting with Jimmy Garoppolo. But I think underneath it, I go back to the start of last season, brand new head coach in Kyle Shanahan, brand new general manager, and a brand new direction, and they stayed the course despite starting the season with a long losing streak. Many people wondered if they would win a game, but they didn't panic, didn't rush out and get a lot of veterans for short-term help. Just said, this is our team.
It don't matter who I
play, this is our structure. Let's go for it. And they kept doing that and finished the season with a 5-game winning streak led by, as you mentioned, Jimmy Garoppolo, and a lot of hope and optimism for the future.
Back to throw, and that is incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm.
Every time I play him, man, he's something wrong, bro. That's all I get.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He do the same shit, man.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I don't like giving niggas points for when you got cut the game on, bro. Just load you up that many points, bro. That shit be throwing the momentum of the game out, bro.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. This is taken around the 12. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And out now come the Vikings. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
And got his man complete.
And they finally
get him down at the other 46.
Yeah, I bet your ass gonna
Cousins
get up out
finding
there
Diggs on a big one. And even 40 yards. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. More from Minneapolis after this. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. It's Cousins on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Now they'll run. Murray. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Cousins to throw it.
Look at this shit, man.
Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now on 1st down, he's going to sneak it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. This time he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Goodwin. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
This nigga making me look a bad like that shit. Hey, oh, bro.
This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Looking to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we've reached halftime here on... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll look to throw here. And this one is incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give them the yardage they needed.
Here's Sherrills. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they're printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They run it again with Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Solomon Thomas in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Matt Wild now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken from just outside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over at their own 20-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Cousins going deep for Diggs. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, and even 50 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and
oh my God!
And it's intercepted.
Every
picked off near the 34. And the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Brandon, normally when you hear guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Here's Breida.
Oh my God, that nigga got off my tackle, bro.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Oh my God.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it with Morris. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Alfred Morris, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
I got to go back to the environment again.
Goal now out to kick it away. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's Darkwa, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
That's the problem on my team.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
You keep getting the same weak pass to that running there, bro.
Back
He ain't
up,
got
Philly,
nothing
here we
there,
go!
bro. He can't do nothing there, bro. He just gonna run
No,
the
check,
same
Patriot,
running.
Patriot!
I'm gonna say up the middle, bro.
Leopard! Leopard!
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll drop the throw. They're able to haul it in as Kittle. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, they could probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And now out comes Minnesota. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Cook. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Vikings on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Simeon.
Oh, my
And he'll be hit
God.
as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Gun!
Oh, this nigga shit.
Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Back to throw, Simeon. And this is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to the air, Simeon on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Solomon Thomas getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Simeon. Dancing to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One last throw here for Simeon. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
They missed it. It wouldn't have mattered. They were going to lose either way, but the game ends strangely on a missed PAT. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the 49ers.
Oh my God, that shit just fucked me up. I didn't even press it to him, man. stop, bro. I don't know how to say it.
Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm on the it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hate it and love it. The underdogs will live the swords. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. The glamour life is still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half step. See you at the crossroads.
Money over on my head stop. Here lies you getting paid. Never take a loss on my head stop. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my head stop. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the head stop.
I ain't got no time, bro. Those both got. This nigga got 4 sets, bro.
So what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only got the dummy slipping. I'm infinite living through the genesis. That presidents drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days.
Both again.
Money, quiet storm, habit dog. For the cream, run the game. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the tier, so these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still filming, kiss the death, for protecting that. 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss the death, for protecting that. Shame on the 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over my hands down. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, he already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome since 96. You wish you could read to know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a here I go to the next episode. Ain't a name. This explosive East Coast.
You gonna beat the shit out of me, man.
The mother ride or die for money. Strictly for money. Survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover, skirt. Ain't bad. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like the warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money tonight. Guess he's back on my blood. Rather you need Uptown. This on that quiet storm. T-O-N-Y, top of New York with a pitchfork.
Hey, this that Eastside Johnny Big Redemption like. Know what I'm talking about? Hold up. Whoa. Get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me, though. You either with me or win. Curve everything else. Win. These I'm saying. Win. Start chasing that. Win. Big J Rock go. On 10. Exit at 4. Bring friends. Matt Black 2 dough. Jump in. You might wanna keep scope. I win. 4-arm tattoos. That's squad. All of them go. Don't try. I walk in room. They eyes wide. Third album come soon. I'm glad y'all gon' die. I ain't chasing after no. I got bigger plans than staying rich. I been tapped in since I was 6. I tap dance all on them. And you die diamonds like tap water. That drip way too foggy. These VVS is way awesome. Punch CLS for drop to your death without warning. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah.
There's no way, bro. My player
You
get me
either
stopped
with me
up
or
like
against
that,
me though. You either with me or
this shit, bro.
win. Win, 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 win. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win. These ops ain't win, 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 win. Start chasing that. Win, 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 win. You clowns really don't stay outside when I play outside. I put the beats on them like Dre outside. I got the bow side and LA outside. And if you act bad, I bring the outside. Go and get your money. None of my know some funny. I can tell real by who you're running with. I'm all in the field, duck hunt. Hit my just and he was like, boop. Yeah. Knew just what it was. The whole but gave it back, boop. Yeah. 9/11, no malice, baby. With no violence, baby. My got callous, baby. My bare knuckles got talent, baby. I'm all in the wind with it. On Goose Line, I've been with it. She too fine, I've been crashed 2 times. I limo tinted my new ride. I'm riding with the 12 better not pull me over. Championship going dumb. Nothing to something I won. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me though. You either with me or win. Win, 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 win. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win. These ops ain't win, 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 win. Start chasing that. Win, 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 win.
I let this nigga score goddamn 38 on me. Nigga scored 51 on me.
Really, I don't know this shit, though.
Okay, I'm back to school. This is open campus. This is, I should slap it open-handed. Off life, I told the model she need lower standards. Asked her if she had a twin, I feel like Joey Tanner. Big spender, Chris Jenner, I promote the family. Kardashian, see the bizzle, she like always had it. Think she call me bitchy cause she never knew her daddy. And my dog black, Rhythm Nation Janet, boy don't make me Jackson. Bodily, was underground, was underground. Frontin' like a ride with the mob. Why shouldn't I charge me, myself, and I? Play the odds, a yes man, it's just a bobblehead doll. Holler them all. Strutting like Pac out the cord, hop out the Porsche. Shake that, got that on menus, the a la carte. Boy, I had to make my point about this wave. Watch for the sharks bounce.
Shit start skipping, I ain't kidding nigga, bro.
I gave it up, I'm talking Cuban links. Tell her ain't no
Shit
link in my
start
Cuban
skipping, I
link.
ain't kidding.
Only like my age. We was gangin' since the platinum Fubu days. I got dreams of being Hova, out your movie, yay. Listen, babe, so good you think I'm cool,
God,
yeah.
this nigga
Okay, my
wild,
diamonds
man,
dancing,
bro.
I could Lisa Ray. Life is hard, but it's easy being truthful, baby. For real, overload. This is
Don't you
like I
like
got
this nigga
like my
clear
pinky.
they open, bro.
Money, baby, we don't pay with ain't ours. Bet it back, I bet I match it like the same style. Chopsticks for beef from shutting PF chains down. I gave you prophecy, my first one, then you laying down. Luckily, so, but it wasn't for me. Still the flow raw. Keep the way I bubble in these streets.
Thank you,
baby.
Next time I'm playing beat. Look at that nigga. Oh, man. Come on, bro. You gotta chain that defense, bro. Chain that defense.
I woke up and I feel and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds. Yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a platform with a visa. Pulling up the know the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut. Mayday. Bubbles and these models it's popping out to I skip her, I give her the
I could beat him.
girl, you on my line right now. You can see the signs right now.
I got
Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now.
I got to get my run game like him, bro.
Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talking down the man right now.
Yeah, I throw too many interceptions. I got the goddamn trigger in their butt. That's about how many I threw.
I think 4 touchdowns, 407 yards.
Yeah, I ain't do that.
Oh, he right there, yo. I like that.
I think he really need to get off his line.
That's what I need. But he got these cheat ass. I ain't know. He cheating, bro.
That's what I'm finna go do. I'm finna go check out these niggas on these niggas bad plays and shit, man.